Good morning, everyone. So, any doubt to anyone? If you have any doubts, then please tell me and send me your queries. Today, I'm just going to change a little bit things. Around 4 o'clock, I generally take the class, but maybe 15-20 minutes before I will leave your class. Clear? Only for today. Okay. So, send me, dear. Any doubts, any questions? Just let me get the. Yeah. So, am I audible to all of you? So, I think I discussed the FRBM review committee. Okay, cess and surcharges. Good morning, everyone. Okay, and okay, I will discuss it. I'm going to discuss. So, yesterday we have just started a topic, finance commission, and finance commission. Just I discussed about that flow. I mean that chart, and I have discussed everything related to that. Then I dictated only about uh, the what is finance commissions and 15 finance commission introductions. So, terms of reference that we are going to discuss with you, and then I'm going to use today discuss the horizontal tax devolution formula, which is really very important for us to understand the relationship between the center and states. Okay, how this relationship is I mean is there, and how one is going to interact with the center states or state and center are related. Okay, so first cess means cess and surcharge, or surcharges you can say. Cess is imposed basically for a specific purpose, like educational cess. So if you are paying income tax, then that much amount you have to, or that another 1%, 2%, like you have to pay educational cess. That is imposed. And money collected as a cess, it is used for that particular purpose. For that particular purpose. Surcharges means it is imposed on or levied on the super rich group. Means if a person, cess is for everyone, you are paying taxes, then you have to pay cess. Surcharges means you are the taxes are levied or imposed on super rich group. If your income is say beyond 1 crore rupees per annum, so government is going to charge tax for, I mean, we can say for being the super rich, you have to pay extra amount of taxes. So this is the concept, and in divisible pool, the cess and surcharges are not considered for division for the between center and states. Okay, that's there. Clear? So I was discussing the finance commission. Clear? And I given you the introductions, and I'm just going to give you a brief introductions what I've discussed yesterday. Finance Commission is a constitutional body. President of India constitutes in every 5 years under the Article 280 of the Indian Constitutions. under Article 280 of the Indian Constitution. And okay, Finance Commission's basic responsibility is to study the fiscal health of the state government and fiscal health of the central government. And after studying, then Finance Commission is going to recommend or recommends the distribution of fund. And which fund? That is a central taxes. So the central taxes excluding cess and surcharges, which is known as a divisible pool. So they're going to divide the divisible pool amount between states and center. So division from center to states is known as a vertical devolutions. An amount which is going to distribute among the states is known as the horizontal devolutions. Clear? And since you are knowing that okay, the one formula, single formula is not going to satisfy the need of all states. So there is another responsibility which is with the Finance Commission, and that is what? That is the grants. The Finance Commission has to recommend the grants to different states on the basis of some parameter that I am going to discuss in the 15 finance context. So for different purpose, the Finance Commission has to recommend the grants, and under Article 275, yes, the Finance Commission is authorized to recommend the grants. Okay, why? Because you just think about it, the one formula, single one formula you are using for allocation of funds among states, one single formula that we are going to discuss, the single formula, but the formula is not going to meet the requirement of each and every state. Some states, due to some parameters, they are getting more fund, but other states may not get that much of fund, but they need it. So Finance Commission has to look into this matter, and they can recommend the amount for concerned states. That is known as the grants, and which is provision is there under Article 275, and the Finance Commission has to recommend. So first basic responsibility is what? That vertical devolution and horizontal devolution. Second is grants, and third one is the Finance Commission authorized after 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment. When you amended 73rd and 74th 7th amendment, you did amended the constitution. So 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment changed the level of government, layers of the government, from 2 layers to the 3 layers. And 2 layers means earlier there was central government and state government, but after this amendment, now third tier of government, which is the local government. Clear? So third major responsibility of Finance Commission, which is assigned to the Finance Commission after 73rd and 74th amendment, that on the basis of state Finance Commission, every state having their own Finance Commission, remember, on the basis of state Finance Commission, okay, the Central Finance Commission has to grant some amount to local governments, okay. So, and you are knowing that the channelizing the fund, basically the fund goes from consolidated fund of India to the consolidated fund of a state, and from a state it is going to the local bodies, and from that fund is going to local body. But you have to give grants to local bodies. Third responsibility, it is assigned to the Finance Commission after 73rd, 74th constitutional amendment. So till today, these three, any Finance Commission who is going to appoint in the next future, okay, in the future, not next, but next Finance Commission in the future, these three will remain as the primary responsibility. The Finance Commission has to take the decisions on 3 issues: how much, what should be the vertical devolutions, how you can distribute among the states, and the grants given to all the states. Okay, what should be the basis of grants, and for third one, there is grants to local bodies. That you have to do. Yes. So what are the changes is going to happen to finance commission? So these are the major decisions the finance commission has to take. But the decision they are going to take this decision they are going to take. But for decisions, they need some parameters. Okay, on the basis of these parameters, the finance commission has to take this decision. So the parameters which you are recommending to the finance commissions, yes, these are the parameters. On this, you have to take these conditions. These parameters may change, commission to commission. This parameter may change from commission to commission. Like I'm giving one example. The 15 finance commissions, when it was constituted, so 15 finance commissions asked, 15 finance commission asked to take, I mean not asked, we can't say the, you can say constitutional body. So the request made to the finance commission, okay, you take the decisions on the basis of 2011 population census. So finance commission taken it, and these all are known as terms of reference. These are known as the terms of reference. Terms of reference. TOR. Okay, terms of reference. It is known. So terms of reference is what? Suppose a finance commission is constituted, then definitely you have to assign some responsibility. Okay, being the finance commissions, you have to take the decisions on this issue, and these are the parameters you have to consider while you're taking the decisions. This whole things is known as terms of reference. Clear? So the primary three objectives what we are discussing right now, these three more or less, if suppose in future you are going to change the constitution, you are going to amend, not change, amend the constitution, or any additional responsibility you are giving to the finance commission, then the primary objectives or primary objectives, it is going to change. Otherwise these three will remain same. Yeah, to take these decisions, what are the parameters you are giving to the finance commission? Okay, take decision on that. That may change, or that keeps changing, commission to commission. Okay, and the whole thing is known as the terms of reference, which is given to the finance commission to take decision on that. Is it clear to all? Okay. One question you sent: who recommend the name of members of finance commissions to president? Government. Simply you are asking, then the answers will be the government. But final approval, the government means the government who is running in the central government, you can say. But approval must be given to the president. If president wants, they can object. But the constitution says that it must be constituted by the president of India. But practically you are knowing that everything is done by this executives, I mean the current government, and they are just saying that, and they are just appointing, just signing it. Okay, fine. But simply you can go through the the way you can say the yes, president constitute the finance commission. So who will be that? Definitely, or you can say it's yes, the government of India appointed with the approval of the president of India. And this language you have to follow this. Even you are knowing so many things, but something I just requested, given you are knowing, but write in the very, which is the precedence or which is the principle, you follow that. Clear? So you got the terms of reference? Fine. Please write first the terms of reference of 15th Finance Commission. Okay. Why I am telling you terms of reference? Because already 2021, the 1 year already is spent. That is the 1 for 1 year is over. 21-22, out of 5 years it's over, and 22-23 is going to start second year. So maybe after 1 year more, 1 and 2 years more, again this Finance Commission is going to appoint the new Finance Commission. Okay. Okay, dear. So you should know what is the procedures, because suppose if you're knowing the whole the chronicle order, okay, how it works and how it's constituted, how is the things is going on, so you can better correlate, and you can understand this. So first you write the terms of reference, TOR, terms of reference of 15th Finance Commission. 15 Finance Commissions. Okay, terms of reference. Please write. Okay. And okay, write this. First point you write. The distribution between this is the main objective. The distribution between the union and the states of the net proceeds of taxes clear. Okay, the net proceeds of taxes, and the allocation between the states of the respective shares between the states, or you can write among the states of the respective shares of such proceeds. Okay, of such proceeds. So here you can write you have written that in the bracket, just you write vertical devolutions and horizontal devolutions. These two words you write, vertical devolutions and horizontal devolutions. Okay, but you have to write one line, but the main meaning is vertical devolution center to states and among states. Clear? Right. I will tell you the how horizontal distribution is going on. Just give me some time. I'm going to explain you all the procedures, formula. I will discuss your formula basically, then you can well understand it. So does Finance Commission affect the fiscal policy? What are positive and negative sides of Commission on fiscal policy of India? Don't take in that way what you are trying to say. Yes, definitely. But Finance Commission is always balancing it. So they're always doing the positive things of the center and states. And as I discussed with you, 14th Finance Commission is really taking the bold decisions. And 14th Finance Commission is really good for the state governments. It's good for the state governments. Because in the whole Finance Commission history, if you see, then 14 Finance Commissions allotted 10% more fund for the state governments. And you are knowing that the Finance Commission route is known as the automatic route. Irrespective of your relationship between the center and state, the states will get the fund as per the required amount. And required amount is determined on the basis of the formula, which is also recommended by the Finance Commission. So center has no say in this one. Yeah, what the parliament is deciding, it's over, it's a final, and center has to follow this because it's a constitutional mandate. When Finance Commission is recommending something, it's directly related to the receipts, the fund you are getting. Definitely is related to your fiscal policy. But the problem is that the Finance Commission has to balance between center and states both. balance between center and states both. So you have to give the positive implications to both, because he is acting as a balancing nature. And in this balancing nature, what the maximum possible they can do, they are doing that. But suppose they recommended this, whatever, suppose 41% is recommended by the Philippine Finance Commission, but it is a percentage. Overall, the actual amount is depending on overall central taxes collected by the central government. Suppose if 100, so all states getting only 41 rupees. If 200, then getting the 82 rupees, just double amount. So if you think about the directly or indirectly, we are depending on the performance of the economy. If economy performs, taxes are getting more, the center and as well as states are getting the higher share out of that. So you understand about it. So negative about Finance Commission, since it's a constitutional body. So what the negative you can say? Have you heard any states is saying, okay, this formula is not good, the Finance Commission is recommended, bad for say UP, bad for Bihar, bad for West Bengal, anything. They can't say this, dear. There is some norms we have to follow if you keep yourself in administrations. The whole administrative body, you can just think, they are working and going ahead with very cooperations. There is a hierarchy, there is a cooperations, and we have to follow that. You can't blame the constitutional body. And when it is passed in the parliament, it's a constitutions. Okay, when it is passed in the parliament, parliament approved. And who are there in parliament? MPs from all over the country. Irrespective of which party they belongs, but they are representing the particular area. They are satisfied, they are clarified, okay, fine. So in this way you have to take there. Okay, so does, okay, fine. So you follow in this way, the positivity, and this is good. Yes, you can just say, you can compare it with one finance commission with the other finance commissions. Yes, which finance commissions is what the changes made by the finance commission, which is good or which is going to harm some states, that you can analyze. But overall finance commission as a body, you are saying his recommendation is going to affect. Yes, particular recommendation of particular finance commission you can compare with the other finance commission, and you can see that yes, it is relatively based for the states or relatively good for the center. Like this you can say. So you can say that, but there is an area, that area have to choose. But overall criticism, it's very difficult to make. And I request you, particularly for this, avoid it. Yes, the provisions they are made, study that and just see how they are going to work. This part we are going to do in this class. Okay. Second point you write here. Yeah, second terms of reference. Second point, the principle which should govern the principles which should govern the grants of the revenues, grants of the revenue of the states out of the consolidated fund of India, out of the consolidated fund of India, and the sums, SUMS, sums means amount, quantity, sums to be paid to the states, by way of grants of their revenue under article 275. The second point is under article 275 of the constitutions. Okay, of the constitutions. Clear? These two, remember, These two and one more we are going to discuss. First you discuss, third point you write. Third point you write. The measures needed to augment the consolidated fund of a state, to supplement the resources of the panchayats, and municipalities in the state. Panchayats and municipality means these are known as the local bodies, local government today. In three-tier government, these are the local government. Panchayats and municipalities in the state on the basis of the recommendations made by the Finance Commission of the state. Okay, remember written these 3 points will remain same even in the coming future Finance Commission. Okay, it was with the that was with the 15th also, 14th also, but in coming Finance Commissions also this remain the terms of reference. These are there. It will only change if the government is going to amend any part and they are going to assign additional responsibility. Then only these are going to change. So it will remain same for each and every Finance Commission. Now, what are the changes? So to take these decisions, what are the factors you are going to consider? That may change commission to commissions. So now we are going to discuss what was the terms of reference of 15 Finance Commissions, okay, when they were constituted. Why I am telling you? Because don't think so in the exam they are asking the current one. Okay, so if you observe the trend, the way they are asking, so we have to prepare in the very complete sense you have to take. And that's the reason I always request to all students, please previous 7-8 years question of mains, you please see that and try to write it, try to understand, see the trend, the questions trend of the commissions. Okay, see the questions trend. So you can see that they are not asking only the current one, but they are asking the just previous one and previous one. They started asking. Earlier the trend was something happened this year, so in PTO mains you can expect this year they will ask, but it is not the trend. In 2015 Niti Aayog was constituted, but on the basis of Niti Aayog and the comparative study with the planning council asked in 2018. Okay, last mains, what you've written. In this mains, they asked about 14 Finance Commission, and I used to do this comparative study. The students are able to write this. Otherwise, the whole one question you are going to miss if you are not following this trend. So when you are knowing these things, 114 Finance Commissions, the more or less the whole structure you are knowing that. So just doing the comparative study between the 1 and 2 more Finance Commissions, the structure will remain same, article, these 3 principles remaining same. Only some parameters on which they are going to take decision, they are going to change. So just you compare it, what was that parameters and what are these. So you are able to say that what are the difficulties faced by this Finance Commission, how they come out from this. So they are asking very analytical questions. So you have to think in this way. So prepare accordingly. So these 3 will remain same for all the Finance Commission, where they are going to change. So just write, change the para you write. While making its recommendations, okay, above 3 points you are saying, while making its recommendations, recommendations for for vertical devolution, for vertical devolutions, for vertical devolution, the commission may consider, the commission may consider the followings. The consider may consider the followings. Consider may consider or regard. The word they are using, the documents they are using regard. The commission may regard. You consider, just you write, the commission may regard the followings. See, always there is a proper language you have to use when you are writing about, or you're writing about the constitutional body. Even the government appointee, these are the terminology they are using. Why I say ki you use the read the government documents, the government published documents, original one I'm telling you, not the summary, few documents, because it will give you a analytical knowledge way, and also you can understand ki yes, what should be the way to explain something. You can get it, so many things you are getting it, okay, and that we need it, okay, right. The followings, first point, now you write, it means now you are going to write, or we are going to discuss the topics, I mean the points. These points you are going to, I mean commission is going to regard when they are going to take the above 3 points, I mean going to take the above 3 decisions or recommendations. So what are the points? First you write, the resources of the central government, the resources of the central government and the state governments, the resources of the central governments and state governments, okay, in the context of both tax and non-tax revenue, in the context of both tax and non-tax revenue, tax and non-tax revenue, and their potential and fiscal capacity, their potential and fiscal capacity. So what is you talking about, the potential and fiscal capacity? See, I request you, all of you, okay, when you are in the class, when you are discussing any topic, please take all topics, everything in pure economic terms. Pure economic terms in purely concerned to the state government and the central government, the government you are talking about and the public you are talking about. We are not discussing anything related to the politics, so don't take in that way. Okay, there is a relationship between you and me, just like the teacher, just like not it is teacher and student. So we should focus on that. Why I'm telling you, there is a reason, because if you say something, then someone can take in the different ways. So let me clear first. Here what you are trying to say, okay, the commission has to consider the potentials and the fiscal capacity of the each states and center also. Okay, see, so many states, just after implementation of GST, what's happened, you know? Since states are knowing that, if we are not able to get that much of revenue, I mean taxes, before GST period or pre-GST period, and suppose any deficit amount I am getting after that, the whole deficit amount, that is a deficit amount means between the pre-GST collection and after GST collection, the whole difference amount center is going to pay me for a particular time period. If center is going to pay you the deficit amount, why you are going to implement effectively? See, when you start collecting taxes honestly and very transparent manner, you can't expect the individuals of your state is going to support you, because if they're evading the taxes and you are not forcing them to pay, they will support you, you know, you are right. But the moment you take the actions, they will say your government is not good, government is bad. Okay, they are forcing us to pay the taxes, but you have to pay the tax if you're earning. So what's happened during this period, the state has potential, but states are not realizing it. It is happening several times. Fiscal capacity means some sectors, even you can take these two, fiscal capacity or potentials. Even some sectors you can bring in the tax, which is in the state purview or state list. You can tax that activities. But suppose some dominated people or some groups are running that business, particular business run by particular groups or section of society, and you don't want to take any conflict with them, maybe due to the voting, maybe due to other reasons. You don't want to take. So you have potential, but you don't want to take action. You don't want to implement this. So this we have to think about. So its a point is given to the finance commissions. You have also take the potential and fiscal capacity of states and center also. Okay, then you decide the vertical devolution, whether it's you're going to give 32%, 42%, 41%, whatever what you're going to decide. Okay, that you have to take in that. Clear to all? Now, second point you write. Okay, the demand on the resources. Yeah, right. The demand on the resources of the central government. That you are saying, yes, these are the responsibility of the central government. So central government needs the fund, and also you are saying these are the responsibility of the state government. So state government also needs the fund. So considering this, you have to decide. Okay, right. The demand on the resources of the central government, particularly on defense, internal security, infrastructure, okay, railways, climate change, okay, commitment towards administration of UTs, without legislature, and other committed expenditure and liabilities. What is other committed expenditure? So interest payment and pensions, these are comes under the committed expenditure. Also, yeah, committed expenditure. Okay. Okay, these all points you read. See, here you can note. It is a government documents. Oh, I'm just most of the times I prefer I'm dictating you or noting you. Okay, from the government documents. So these are the points which is government discussed in the original terms of paper. Okay, so these are the points you can use when suppose you are going to write what are the main responsibilities of central governments. So other than the political things, this point also you can include. These are the main sector where the central government is spending. Or these are the main responsibilities. And you can divide, make it subparts like committed expenditure. Then again you can go the other things, planning, development, growth, other things you can write. Okay, right. Next point, you write. But committed expenditure, this was mentioned in this economy survey a few years back. That central government has commitment to pay or spend this money. So that is your pension amount that can't cut, and second, interest payment, already you promised you have to pay. Subsidy is not coming. Okay, why? Because subsidy is depending on the government. They may change it. They may increase and decrease. Okay, third point, next point you write. The demand on the resources, that now you're writing about the state government. The demand on the resources of the state governments, particularly on financing socio-economic development, socio-economic development, infrastructure, assets maintenance expenditure, comma, balanced regional development, and impact of the debt and liabilities, and impact of the debt and liabilities of their public utilities. Debt and liabilities of their public utilities. Okay, full stop. These are the state responses, so you have to consider. Next you write. Next, it was the part of 15 finance commissions, and why? Because I had discussed with you also yesterday. Just get this point and try to connect it. The impact on the fiscal condition of the union government after implementation of the 14 Finance Commission, after the implementation of the 14 Finance Commission recommendations. Yes, it's true. It's affected the central government because 10% more funds given to the central state governments. So it's true. Okay. And other things, what's happened? GST implication that also increased the government expenditure, central government. Other things happen. So it was the part of Finance Commission to look into this matter. Next one you write. Impact of the GST, including payment of compensation, the impact of the GST, including payment of compensation for possible loss of revenue for 5 years. It is there. 5 years, and other structural reforms programs. Clear? And for vertical devolutions, you write last point. The conditions that Government of India may impose on the states while providing consent under Article 293 of the Constitution. It means you read this article, then you are getting that if the state government wants to borrow, and already states suppose taken the loan from central government, and the states wants to borrow, then the state government has to take permission from the central government. Okay, so central government asks the finance commissions, he suggest or recommend some conditions we can impose. Okay, that was the recommendations. See, so many points they give, it's totally depending on the finance commission. If they want to recommend, they want to change, or they can want to go as it is, what is there. It is in the hands of the your finance commission, but it may be the part of terms of reference. Okay, right. Next, you change the point. So these are the points, or these were the points. On the basis of that, the finance commission, you have seen that the finance commissions recommended 41%. So 14 finance commissions recommendation was 40 finance commission. It was 42%. Now 15 finance commissions state share is 41%. So 1% has declined. Okay, 1% has declined. Okay. Now it's a 41%. So you can say that why it was so, because it was because it is a part of terms of reference of 15th Finance Commission. Okay, look into the matter, look into the whether because central government has affected due to the implementation of 14th Finance Commission. So it may be one of the reasons that okay, this time they recommend just 41%. But other things you see okay, from the central government resources, 1% extra, 1% not extra, 1% additional amount is given to Jammu and Kashmir with legislature and Ladakh for the development purpose. So already they are giving 1% more, but not states, because one is UT with legislation and one is the UT. As far as states is concerned, it is only the 41%. So you can say that. You can let it clear. Now right. So it was the all points for the vertical devolution. Now we are going to discuss about the horizontal devolution, and how horizontal devolution is going on. That I will tell you. I will discuss your formula. Just wait few minutes more. Now just change the parry, right? The commission may regard. The commission may regard the measurable performance the commission may regard the measurable performance based incentives for states for states for states for state for states, full stop. Write first point. Under this you write first point. Right. Efforts made by the states in expansion efforts made by the states in expansion and implementation of tax net under GST. It was the matter of concern, and it is a matter of concern. You can say still in the so many states you are buying it, but they are not giving you any the bill. If you ask the payment bill, yes, I paid you, give me bill. So then they will ask you, okay, 2% extra, 3% extra you have to give. But already that is included in MRP, already GST included. But they don't prefer to give you this. And if you ask them in the plain paper, they will write the price and they will give you. Who is going to monitor? If you say, then they will fight with you. But the concerned authority has to do that. Okay. Second point you write, efforts and progress made in moving towards replacement rate of population growth. Efforts and progress made in moving towards replacement rate of population growth. Please underline this line, and I will discuss you this point. It's a very important point because I will tell you. But here you write efforts and progress made in moving towards replacement rate of population growth. Replacement rate of population growth generally it is 2.1, and it means the normal. You understand the how many persons they are living this, living this world in respect of a particular economy, say India, and how many persons is coming in India, on this earth. So what is the population we have? We want to just new population should come and the old population should leave. So just you are replacing one for other. So growth, population growth should be like this. Next you write achievements in implementation of schemes of government of India, okay, comma, development of disasters infrastructure, comma, sustainable development goals, and quality of expenditure, Clear here? Now, next point you write. So basically this point says that you have to decide. These are the points what you're writing. It is third point you're writing. It is the points the Finance Commission is going to consider while they were going for the horizontal distribution. Do one thing. Just add one point. The Commission may regard measurable performance based incentives for states. You have written that performance based incentive states for horizontal devolutions. Just you add one word so it will give you more clarity. For horizontal devolutions, just add one more word. For horizontal devolution. Then you're writing this. So when you read now, you can get it here. This point for what and other points we discuss it is for what. Right. Progress made in increasing capital expenditure. Now you're getting the word. Progress made in increasing capital expenditure, comma, eliminating losses of power sector, and improving the quality of such expenditure. Okay, improving the quality of such expenditure. Clear? Now next point you write. Progress made in increasing tax oblique non-tax. Just right. Progress made in increasing tax oblique non-tax revenue, comma, right, promoting savings by adopting direct benefit transfers, DBT, comma, promoting digital economy, and removing layers between the government and the beneficiaries. Clear? So what they are trying to say, if you are deciding, so you consider this point also, but you are knowing maximum points they are trying to accommodate. Okay, they are choosing a particular variable which can include so many other points. So it is there because they want you should go for the DBT, direct benefit transfers, digital economy. If you're going for DBT, then losses which is happening you can minimize. If losses you are minimizing, then you are promoting the savings of the government. Next point, progress made in promoting ease of doing business. By changing rules and policies, and giving more incentive to labor incentive growth, labor intensive growth. That is the requirement of Indian economy. That is the jobless economic growth we have achieved. So now we are saying we should achieve the growth through the development of more employment opportunities. And it is only possible if you are adopting those sectors, they are relatively more labor intensive. Then we are able to solve this problem. And few points left, just to write. Next point, provision of grants to local bodies, provision of grants to local bodies, for basic services, including quality human resources, and implementation of performance grant system, in improving performance grant system, bas full stop, performance grant system. Clear here? This point you have to consider. I mean, you have to means the commission should regard it. And 2 points last, right? Control of expenditure, right? Like this, control of expenditure on populist measures. Control of expenditure on populist measures. Yeah, this is the part of the given, because so many states they started spending money only for popularity. Okay, but you understand now, you have seen as a student and as a you have seen now till the yesterday class, कि government also just like a normal individual. If you are not earning, then how can you spend? If you are spending more than what you are earning, you are facing the deficit and you are bound to borrow. If you keeps borrowing, then just you have seen that what is the percentage, 35% you are meeting your expenditure from your borrowings and other liabilities. You understand that we have seen in the last data. So if you're going for the populist measures, okay, just you take in the reference central government, but also you take the state government also. If you're going, then how can you maintain, how can you sustain in the future? Simple dear, one line you understand, there is no free lunch. Clear? If anyone is giving you free lunch, I promise you, you are going to lose multiple times of that amount. In the election times, they are offering you the free lunch, free dinner, wine, and so many things, and you are consuming and voting that persons, and after elections, they are not going to do anything for you, but just they are waiting for the next elections, because they have to spend some money on you. But you understand, they are not going to invest, they are not going to think about your actual development, because you are habituated of this, all the things. So last 1 month, they are giving all the things and they are getting, but the next 5 years, you are putting yourself in the back. You're going the backward, just going the back. So you understand it, nothing is the free. No one is going to give you free. You have to pay either today or tomorrow, simple in one line. If you are not paying at this moment, others are paying, but others will not pay you from the pocket. They will manage it from somewhere else. Your development fund which you are getting, the other activities what you are getting, but you are not getting it. The whole fund is going to be used in a different way. Okay, that is the reason it's there. It's very clear cut, just saying that. If someone is getting free, someone is paying the price for that. Okay, next point you write. So that is the one provision you should take a measure so that they will decrease the populist expenditure. Okay, and next one write progress made in sanitation, waste management, etc. Okay, and last point you write, 2 more points you write, the commission may consider the population data of 2011 census. Commission may consider the population data of 2011 census while making its recommendations. While making its recommendation. This point also you underline because it's a really very important point, and this point basically put the finance commissions. Finance commission was facing the challenge how to accommodate. Okay, this is the commission may consider or may use the population data of 2011, okay, while making its recommendations. Clear? And one more point you write. The commission may review the present arrangements on financing disasters management initiatives with reference to the funds constituted under the Disasters Management Act 2005, and make appropriate recommendations. Full stop. Just these are the major recommendations. Oh, not sorry, extremely sorry. These are the major terms of reference. So these are the terms of reference of 15 Finance Commission. So what we are getting that the first 3 points, it may remain same for the coming Finance Commission also, until unless there is no constitutional amendment the government is going to do, it will remain same. Okay, true. To take these 3 decisions, you have to consider some parameters for vertical devolutions, and you have to consider some parameters for horizontal devolution, and these points are there. But these points may change according as commission to commission, because depending on the governments, okay, what are the parameters they are giving it to the Finance Commission to regard or consider, that depending on the given conditions, requirements of the economy, etc. Clear to all? Now we are going to discuss about your terms of reference. We are going to discuss about the terms of reference. Sorry, yeah, terms of reference already we completed. That is a formula. Which formula? There is a horizontal tax devolution formula. Maybe I am going to, it may be because I have to accommodate all the things in the same table, then only I can compare. So horizontal, it is a J. Sometimes we have put it, but horizontal tax devolution formula. Clear? So we are going to write here this shape. Here is the variables. Variables are there. See, in the same board, same page, we have to write all the information. So I am doing this. Is it visible to all of you? Check, is it visible? Because yes, I am writing here, it's relatively low, small one. So you are talking about fourth point of what? Vertical devolution or horizontal devolutions? Fourth point of your horizontal devolution, progress made in increasing capital expenditure, eliminating losses of power sector, and improving the quality of expenditure, including the quality of expenditure. So basically capital expenditure means you have to spend more on asset creation and capital formation, more on asset creation and capital formation. Okay, okay, it's visible now, it's good. Populations, then income distance, area, forest cover, fiscal discipline, fiscal discipline. Okay, now I'm writing. Let me complete first writing part, then I'm going to discuss you. First you just copy it here and then I will just discuss it, then only you can get it. Area, populations, okay, demographic performance, demographic performance, forest cover, forest and ecology, ecology, forest, forest and ecology, and tax and fiscal efforts. Tax and fiscal efforts. Tax and fiscal efforts. Okay. So giving its three value I'm taking. 13 finance commissions, finance commission, 15th finance commission. Okay. So population was 25, 47.5, 25, area was 10 and 17.5. Right, 45. This is the 45, 15. Area, no, area is 15. Yeah, you can please add, all of you, check. This must be value equal to 100. This must be equal to 100. This must be equal to 100. Please write, all of you. Please write and try to get it. Just give me 1 minute, sir. Yes, dear. Please not try to got it. Any doubts? Yeah. Yes, dear. It's a not yeah twice, but reason is what? Yeah, you can write like this. First population. This population data is based on census 1971, right? And this population census is based on 2011. Yes, right like this. Clear? The first population is basically based on population census 1971, and second population census is based on population census 2011. Clear? Or still you have a doubt? Already you dictated, I mean you noted here? Or you have any point anywhere? Just plus first tell me this, then I'm going to discuss on the table. What do you mean by this? What you are getting from this table? Because understanding of this table is very important for us. Because if you're getting this, then it's very easily you can understand yes, how the center is going to divide the states among the states. It is not like that. Okay, it's a first come first serve basis, or state having the good relationship they can get more fund, or not good relationship they can go less fund. No, in the finance commission way of funding distributions, there is no partiality. There is a this formula is known as a horizontal tax devolution formula. So this formula is there, and according to this formula, how much one state is getting, or the amount calculated for that particular state, that much amount you will get it. That much amount you will get it. And since it's a constitutional mandate of central government, and you have to give, and all the variables are in public domain, so even the state wants, they can easily calculate what should be my share in that. Take dear. Okay. Clear? Now, just few points. Please try to get it now. I hope you already written this table because it's very important first to write. What I'm telling you now, this concept you relate with the table, but you can go to table, but before that you get some concept. See, let us consider uh, Central government is there, and suppose you all are sitting there. You all are the states. All are the states combined. All are the states, different states, and you suppose assign me to distribute the overseers. Fine. So I asked central government, you please give me the amount. I mean, I'm just relating you how to get it. I'm just getting the fund. How much overseer? You just give me. So suppose for a 15 finance commission, they recommended 41% the states here. It means how much central government collected the central taxes. So out of that, I took the 41%. Oh, I take the 41%. So this 41%, when I bringing here for distribution among us, for us, it is not 41%, it is now 100%. Check first, clear? This amount is 41% in respect of total central taxes which is collected by the central government. Is it clear? Out of that, 41% I am bringing here for distribution among us. So for us, for all of us, it is 100% that we are going to distribute among us. Clear? Now, take the example of 13 finance, forget about 14, 15. Just come to the 13 finance commission first. So 30 finance commission recommended for 32%, remember 32%. It is there in your note. So it means earlier 32% I was taking from the total central taxes, and out of 32% now it becomes 100% for us. So 13 finance commissions, 25% of total amount, 25% total amount distributed on the basis of populations 1971 data. 47.5% in, I will tell you all the variables. I'll just give me some times. I'm going one by each and everything. I will clear it. Income distance 47.5%. Out of 100%, 10% I'm distributing on the basis of area. 17.5% we are distributing the fiscal discipline. It means if you add it, it is 100%. So all 100% amount we distributed among us on the basis of variable. And who is deciding these variables? Finance Commission. Finance Commission deciding. So the horizontal formula, that formula each and every Finance Commission gives, Finance Commission has to decide the variables, Finance Commission has to choose, and that formula has to be, they recommend it to the Government of India, and finally the Parliament, if approving, then it is going to be implemented. This is the way it works. Clear? Now, how it works for this reason? Just, I know most of you from the science background, but there are some the arts background also. Maybe there are some sitting there, say, if you're thinking maths, then something happened, something started happening. This type of students are also there. So I'm trying to trying to choose a mid path where they can accommodate all of you. Okay. So I'm just discussing a normal example, taking the normal example and using the concept of maths, and that you can understand only one thing. Let us consider three partners. You can say A, B, and C. Three partners started a business. I'm not teaching you maths, but I need to use this concept, so I'm giving you one example. Or you can say B, you can say C, you can say. So ABC you can say, or BC you can say. Let us consider A contributed in the business 2,000 rupee. B contributed 4,000 rupee. C contributed 8,000 rupee. So each partner contributed some amount, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. According to their potential, they contribute, and they started a business. Suppose they earned 10,000 rupees as a profit. They earned profit of 10,000. Don't ask me which business is investing, say 14,000 and getting 10,000 profit. Okay, it's just example. I'm taking example. So suppose 10,000 profit, you earned it. How can you distribute among these three persons? So you remember we are doing the maths, the proportional maths, percentage of proportional distributions. Okay, so you have to take first proportion. So what is the proportion? Proportion is 1:2, 2:4. That is the proportions. That you can just get the proportions. All the 300, 30 is over. So 2:4 is to 800. See, again you can say how we are getting. Just you take the proportion of the total amount distributed. This is to this is to this. Okay. So all 30 is cancelled out. Divide by 2, you can get 1, you can get 2, you can get 4. So what is that? 1:2, 2:4. This is known as a proportion. Simply you can calculate. Simply you can calculate. Now, how much A is going to get? Just check here. How much A is going to get? So A is going to get, total proportion is 4 into 4 plus 2 plus 7. So 1/7 into 10,000. Who is going to get? A is going to get. Seventh part. Why? Because total proportion is 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7 parts. So there is only one part they contributed by A. B. How much B is going to get? So B is going to get twice of A. So 2 into 1/7 into 10,000. And C is going to get 4 into 1/7 into 10,000. Just check. Am I right? The simple maths is clear to all of you? Two questions. Sir, is name of the state differ for their devolutions? Name of the state differ for their devolution. I mean, Assam come first, you come last, and you pick you come last. It can make differ their devolution. No, dear. No, that is the reason I am telling you, no. Okay, the states are getting fund not on the basis of priority of names A, B, C like alphabetical. No, it's not getting on the basis of relationship or any other. Only one criteria, that is a formula. So if Assam come first, UP come next, West Bengal come last, or any other state come last, but hardly it matters. The matter for us is what? The formula, the horizontal tax formula, that is going to decide the amount. And that's I'm trying to convince you or explaining you how it works. Clear here? One of you asked, sir, 41% which is coming from union government to states, on what basis it will be divided among the states? Same thing here. That is I'm going to discuss. The horizontal tax formula. This formula is basis to divide this 41% among the states, and that I started explaining you. I written that now. Horizontal tax formula. And you write basically which state will get how much, that is depend on the GDP of the state. Please, first you get this, what I am trying to explain you. If you are not getting, please ask me. Okay, wait, just 5-10 minutes. So, this math is clear to all? Clear? Now, Simple question I am asking to you. It's maths fine, but this maths tell you so many things. One of the things is what? One of the concept is what? What A is getting? A is getting. B is getting double of A. Double of A. C is getting 4 times of A. Just check. 4 times of A. Is getting twice of A. And compared to B, C is getting double of B. Why it is so? Because contributions. See, B contributed just double of A and C is contributed just 4 times of A. So this maths simply telling you one thing. If your contribution is more, then share is going to be more. Simple maths. We done it at class 2-3 level. More contributions results more share in that particular things. Number one concept. Second concept is saying you, just see the maths. With the total sum of all the three, it is going to be equal to 10,000. Yes? You are distributing the 10,000 profit among three members, three partners. Whatever amount each of these is getting, the total sum always it will be equal to 10,000. Not more than this, not less than this. 10,000. Second point is clear? Check. Second point is clear? Now, third point you have to get from this simple maths. Any of these member, if is getting more share, more amount, then definitely it is at the cost of other member. Check. Because total amount remaining same, 10,000. If any of this member getting more amount, so it is definitely at the cost of other members. Definitely at the cost of other members. Just check this maths. A simple example I have discussed. What I want to clear, is it clear to all of you, or still you have a problem? If you have a problem, then it's very difficult to understand the formula. If this problem, this concepts all of you are getting, it's very easy to understand the horizontal tax devolution formula, and you can well understand, yes, what is the criteria and how this devolution, horizontal devolution of fund is going on among the states. You can well understand. Yes, Subhasri, you sent a question. Okay, Subhasri's question is, sir, taking into considerations the variables of horizontal tax devolution formula, it can be assumed that Indian economy in progressing in inclusive way where environment issues are addressed. Is it 101? I can't say you, okay, because generally we say in the terms of friendship and other, but academically when I'm standing here, I can say 100% true. Yes, Subhasri. Because the main motive here to bring these variables, the variables we are talking about, ecology and forest cover, this is only the it gives incentive to states to take care of their natural resources. I will discuss this, Subhasri, just wait, give me. But yes, you are right. One of you asking cost of other members means, yes dear, take simple example. Suppose A or B or C, anyone is getting now, whatever the amount they are getting at this moment, it's fine. Sum total is going to give you 10,000. But suppose after this, again, some of members getting much more than what they are getting right now. So definitely he is getting more out of the 10,000 only. The amount left for others is going to decrease. That is the reason I am telling you. If any of the member is getting more fund, after this you just take, suppose B is getting more than 5 times they are getting. Okay, so they can't get the 5 times because contribution is only 4 times. But let us consider if they are getting more, then definitely it is the cost of other members, because total amount is the only 10,000. So any members is getting more fund or more share out of 10,000. So remaining item, I mean the amount remains for others members is going to be low. Just on the basis of, I'm telling you, cost at the cost of, if any member getting more, it is the cost of other members. Is it clear to you? Dear, you send me these questions, is it clear to you? Okay, and next question asked by you, Anup asked, horizontal tax formula, why used forest cover? This point I am coming, dear, because Subhasri already mentioned one point. She is 100% right, and I will explain you why. But I'm not getting a response. You just written me one question, cost of other members means. Is it clear to you now? Because if I'm not able to clear your concept here now, so it's very difficult to explain you the whole formula for me. Because I don't want कि आप just चीजों को mug up कर लो, रट लो, and you should go. Because if you're doing that, then whole purpose of the way I teach in the class is going to, yes, thank you to write, yes sir. Okay, I'm not taking this class, this all class to just complete the syllabus. One point is fine. My aim is you get it, clear it, and you learn it in a such a way that you can use all the concepts, because that capacity we have to develop. Okay, then only we are making ourselves for mains and also for PT. I don't consider, I think about the moment you just prepare, then PT is okay. But main target is the writing in the mains, the way they are asking. Clear? So you please understand this. Okay, now. Okay, one more concept. This one concept is clear to all. One more concept. And please reply me immediately if I'm asking something. I'm keeping here. Suppose two family is there. Okay, first of all, no. First of all, just you get this, the concept, because you just asked, sir, how it's happening. So take the 13th Finance Commission, the whole 100% fund, and you ask, sir, how it's distributed, name wise, GDP wise. No. See, 13th Finance Commission you take, so the total amount that we are going to distribute among the states, the 25% amount you can take out of the 100%, and this 25% amount you distribute it on the basis of what? Population 1971. It means, so all states, how much population is there? It is there in the population census. So go and see 1971 population census. You get each and every state's the population. It is open to all. And what the population census is giving you, that is the final verdict. So what you are doing that? Out of that 25% you calculate it and just keep all the states and just take the total population of each and every states and just get the proportion like the maths we done it, get the proportions, and the total 25% amount, how much it is there, just distribute as per the proportion of the contributions on the basis of populations. Simple. So 25% amount distributed among states. 13th Finance Commission, I am just taking the reference. That's you distributed on the basis of population, 1971. So what is the result? If any states has more populations, they are going to get more share. And any states they having the less populations, they are going to get less amount on the basis of criteria. And what is the criteria? Populations. 1971. First you get, is it clear? देखो clear है? Is it clear? We are just using the concept that developed just from a simple maths, just simple maths. Sometimes we think, we cleared your class 11, 12, your 9, 10, 6, 7. Now we don't need it. Dear, all you are working today on the basis of these informations. Directly or indirectly, we are using that. We are here because we develop all the base. Use it. Use it. Clear? Yeah, thank you. Why they had taken one in 97 census year, sir? See, yeah, because it's a very starting one. I will relate you. I will relate these questions. Just give me. So 25% distributed on the basis of population 71. That time, 2000 population census was even not in the place. Okay, because 14th is 2020. So 1520 was your 14, 1520. Okay, and 1015 was 13. And definitely they started making just before 2 years. So, okay, I will tell you the reason, what the reason it was discussed in the finance commissions. So 25%, see 47.5%. So remaining the two out, you have to take total because some total must be 100. So how much allotted for distribution among states? 47.5%. 47.5% you are distributing on the basis of income. 47.5% you are distributing on the basis of income distance. You distribute it. I will tell you what is the income distance. And 10% on the basis of area. You are reading in the geography. Income distance, I will just tell you what is that. You are knowing the area of each states. And in the geography, you are getting this area, this state having this much of area, this state having this much of area. It's open to everyone. So what you're doing, just take all states, area, same like the maths what you used. You take the proportions and the 10% of the total amount, how much it is there, you just distribute according to that. So a state has more area, they're getting more share. Small states or less area or a smaller area, they are going to get the less one. Simple logic. If a state has more area, so they need more cost for maintaining administrations, and the more fund they need for development of all the areas. Simple. 10% you distributed on that. 17.5%, I will tell you this variable, which is 17.5% you distributed on the basis of fiscal discipline of all states. So if you add, the 100% is distributed among all the states. These two variables I am going to discuss you. What are these two variables? So this way, basically, the finance commission, each and every finance commission, choosing a particular variable, they are basically recommending a horizontal tax devolution formula. And this formula, they are choosing the different variables, and these variables basically, they are using it for allocation of fund among states. And simple math, simple formula, and how much it is calculated for a particular state, that state will get that much amount. The state is getting that much amount irrespective of the relationship between the center and states. Okay. Like sometimes you are getting ki my state is saying ki we are not getting fund, we are not getting fund. It's wrong. It's wrong. States are getting fund. Center cannot stop. Center cannot stop. I think the last year there was one case, Punjab and Haryana, they got delay in the payment of this amount. So just threaten ki I'm going to the Supreme Court. So within 2 days, it's given it. That was the incident. Sometimes I'm accepting it. Sometimes maybe 2, 3, 1 weeks, maybe delay. But center has to give that much amount in the same fiscal year. They have to give. They can't stop it. Where discrimination is there, where the center is controlling, that is a planning assistance. But planning assistant is the central share. Because out of center taxes, you got your share through this formula. Remaining amount, it is with the central government. That is the reason if center wants, then they can give you. A center they don't want, they are not going to give you because that amount, Finance Commission is given them ki you use it. So center is not mandatory. Center has no mandate to use. Give it for any other purpose. That is the reason the center is controlling the planning assistance. Because what is the constitutional mandate, that part you are getting it. Center can't stop a single rupee. And just on the basis of formula, it is calculated to all states and all states is getting it. Now, 2 things you understand, income distance and fiscal discipline. Then I'm going to the other part because this I will use later on. Income distance is what? Income distance is what? Generally, Finance Commission taking highest per capita income of a state. Highest per capita income of a state. Which states the highest per capita income? Generally, they are taking GDP of that particular. It is the. Not GDP. GDP is the overall countries. Is G gross state domestic product. GSDP means gross state domestic product. Okay. So you are taking the GSDP of particular state and divide the population of that state. So you are getting PCI, per capita income of that state. So you take all the states, you calculate per capita income of all the states, taking their gross state domestic product, taking their gross state domestic product, and dividing that by the populations, total population, dividing that by the population, then you are getting per capita income of that particular state. Clear? Now, you take the highest per capita income of a state and you take the lowest per capita income of a state. The state having the lowest per capita income. So assign the particular distance. Here distance is 0, here distance is 1. Then you put all states as per their per capita income. So next highest per capita income states, you can put it here. Next highest per capita income, you put it here. Like this you can put per capita income. State wise, per capita income wise, different states. You can put like this. And this way you can continue and you can put like this. Okay. In this way you put it. So what it represents is simply represent per capita. Yeah, now come to the per capita income. Per capita income is one of the way to represent that particular state or particular country is developed country or not. Because per capita income is one of the indicator of growth and development in that particular state or particular country. If a state or country has higher per capita income, so higher per capita income of a state or a country represents that country or a states here we are talking about, in that state is relatively developed states in compared to a state having the low per capita income. Simply it's obvious things, because if your income is low and population is more, then definitely per capita income will be low. Okay. If your per capita GDP or SGD, I mean state domestic product is higher and your population is also higher, but if income is much more higher than this, then your per capita income is higher. So higher per capita income is one of the way to represent that they are relatively developed states, and low per capita income represents relatively less developed states. So finance commission's one of the major objective is also keep you distribute the fund in a such a way that you have to bring all the states in the parity of development. It is one of the objective to bring all the states in the parity of development. It means if a state is relatively low developed or poor states, that state should get more fund. That state should get more fund, then only we can bring all the states in the parity of development with other states. Is it clear? Again I am repeating, one of the objective of this per capita, I mean the finance commission is to distribute the fund, okay, among the states in a such a way that each states should come in the parity of development with other states. And it is only possible if a state is relatively poor states, then you have to give more funds, then only it is possible. So in income distance criteria, what we are doing that if states are closer in this side, so distance is low, because this is the reference one. So higher per capita income means you are closer to this, so distance is low. But you are belongs to low per capita income, it's more distance, your distance is much more. So states having more distance, they are going to get more share. States they are closer means less distance, they are getting low amount. That's the reason this criteria is known as income distance. Since we are not going to calculate the actual amount of states here, so just we are discussing only on the policy matter, okay, how it works. So our discussions, we have the constraint we are discussing at this point, how exactly, so you have to go to see the technical paper of the finance commissions, where you can see yes, the clear-cut methodology is there. But since for this exam purpose, you can go, but if you are doing the research work and you are going to write a research paper on this, then I request you please go and consult the technical paper of the finance commission, how they are doing this. But overall policy matters, it's enough. This understanding is enough for us for the exam purpose. Here, income distance is a criteria, and income distance criteria is one of the variable or one of the variable using that for allocation of funds. If a state having higher per capita income means they are the closer of the higher per capita income states. So your distance from this parameter, this reference is low. Low distance means low amount of share you are going to get. And if your per capita if per capita is higher, I am telling you, if per capita income is low, means distance will be higher. your distance from this reference. If you are more distance, you are going to get more contributions or more share out of this fund. Clear? Now, if you are getting this, then you come back and you take the 13 finance commission, so 47.5% of the total fund allotted among the states on the basis of income distance. On the basis of income distance. Just check. Clear to all? So 25% on the basis of population 1971, 47.5% on the basis of income distance, 10% on the basis of area, and 17.5% it is on the basis of fiscal discipline. Yeah. Fiscal discipline criteria basically implemented first time by the 11th Finance Commissions. 11th Finance Commissions. So 11th Finance Commission given it, use this variable, 12th Finance Commission is used it, 13th Finance Commission used it, but 14th Finance Commissions not used it. Why? Because just think, the dash we have written everywhere, dash represents that variable not considered by that Finance Commission. Like here you can see I use dash for the fiscal discipline, means fiscal discipline not used, this not used, not. Here this is not used, this is not used, this is not used. So where I put the dash one, you understand that this variable was the not part of that Finance Commissions. Okay, that Finance Commission not consider that variable. So we have to only since in a single table I am comparing it. So I have written all the variables at that same time. But you, when you are going to analyze, okay, only you consider that variables which is there. So you can say 13 distributed on this variable, only 4 variables, 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 variables considered by the 13th Finance Commission. 14 they considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables. He considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variables. So only you consider that variables. Okay, don't consider other variables for a particular. Since I am comparing it, so different if I can take, then again it is I am not able to compare it, but I have to compare and I'll also have to clear this. So that's the reasons I am doing this. So I put it in the same table, but when you are going to write in this way, you write, and this way you have to compare and you understand it. So don't take together, which is dash is there, that is not considered. So if you take the last one, fiscal discipline is not considered by the 14 Finance Commissions. Clear? So till is here, only fiscal discipline is remain, and other variables I am coming that I will discuss. So here till here is clear, or you have any doubt? That I will discuss you why then the population data is both is given. Not necessary. Okay, fine. Just read out. We are meeting you after the break. Okay. Thank you, everyone.